So I overcame, quote unquote, overcame my coffee addiction specifically. I was very addicted to coffee for several years, and I always found it very hard to totally quit drinking coffee. Coffee was my stabilizer for the day after I wake up. It made me feel better, and I felt that it was something that I was holding on to make me feel good. But in the meantime, it had side effects and things that I didn't like about coffee that was actually harming me. I used to drink at least 2 cups of coffee, huge mugs of coffee every single day, sometimes even more. Sometimes I would drink tea on top of that. I would drink Turkish coffee, and I would consume caffeine every single day and all day, all day. And I would get very jittery. I would get very sad if I didn't drink any coffee. I remember going on a vacation. I was traveling someplace for 7 days, and there I couldn't have the coffee that I wanted. There was only tea, black tea, green tea, and granulated coffee, and I don't like that. I can't drink that, no. But I had a problem with that because I couldn't get my caffeine shot in the morning, and I couldn't wake up. I felt miserable during the whole trip. Whenever we stopped at a gas station, I would go get a coffee to feel like human, to feel normal. But I was never normal. This is not a normal state for a person to be in. Constantly drinking coffee and feeling really bad when there is no coffee available. This is not normal. And it's upset my stomach. It's I had trouble sleeping, and even when I wasn't having any trouble, in my delusion, I thought it's okay, I can sleep. I sleep just fine. But sleeping wasn't the real issue. Waking up was the issue for me. When I wake up, I felt terrible, terrible without coffee. I couldn't even function. I couldn't even brush my teeth. I would get up and I would feel so groggy, so bad, so I couldn't even function. I couldn't even brush my hair or decide what I was going to wear that day without having my coffee. I was not really waking up anytime. Like each day, I felt the need to drink coffee to actually wake up and for my brain to function. So it was really bad. And when I tried to stop the coffee, I felt even worse because maybe you know, there is a withdrawal period after you have been drinking coffee for so long and so often as I was. There is a withdrawal period that you need to go through. And whenever I tried to quit coffee or tea, not substituting coffee with several cups of black tea because that is also bad for you. Like there should be a limited number of caffeinated drinks you drink per day, right? And not even every single day. Back to the withdrawal. So I would have terrible headaches, like huge. I felt like my head was going to explode whenever I tried to quit coffee because after around 24 hours, the withdrawal symptoms start to appear, maybe even earlier, and you feel terrible. You feel like you can't do it. I mean, at least I did. I thought I couldn't go that way. I couldn't go past the headache stage. My head would hurt so bad when I tried to give up coffee. Because of this reason, I was in so much pain. My head would hurt a lot when I tried to stop coffee. I would go back to the coffee for it to save me from the headache. How about that? So it was a vicious cycle that I was in. I wanted to give up the coffee because I was having trouble waking up every day. I felt dependent on coffee, and it was overall a bad experience. I don't think a human should consume coffee that much. Like I was drinking a lot. Anyways, um, I couldn't get past the headache stage, so I felt doomed. Okay, like I can't give it up. I will always drink at least 1 cup of coffee because I didn't want to have that headache. And if I waited like 24 hours without coffee, I would get that headache. So I was sometimes okay. I didn't drink coffee today, but I probably should because that headache is going to come back. So, what happened that I accidentally overcame that entire step? By the way, it wasn't just a headache problem. I was emotionally dependent on coffee too. I felt like something was missing if I didn't drink coffee. It was a ritual for me. After I wake up, I drink my water and then I will drink my coffee. It was my whole ritual that I felt like it has started my day. I felt ready for the day after I drink my coffee. But now I realize I didn't even need that. I also fast regularly, and when you are fasting, like I fast for the health benefits, for weight management, for all the good things that fasting gives you, but I would substitute food with coffee, and that is not good. Like, if you are doing that, please don't do it because it is so bad for your hormones, for your health. I am not a doctor, but it's common sense. Like, don't substitute coffee or tea for food. When you need food, when you are hungry, actually, when you need to eat, you should eat something healthy instead of trying to fill that hunger with drinking coffee. Like 1 cup of coffee a day, okay, it's okay. But if you are drinking too much, if you feel dependent on it, it might be an issue. It was for me. So coffee was sometimes my substitute for food when I am fasting and especially during prolonged fasts. Um, and it was my emotional anchor that made me feel ready for the day, like mentally. It was something I was holding on to. Then there is the headache part, which made things so much difficult for me to give it up. One morning, I was so sick. I was so sick with the flu, I couldn't even get up. I was in bed. I wanted to wake up and get up, get dressed. I had things to do. I had people to meet. There, no way. Like, I was so sick. I could just lay there. I couldn't get up. I couldn't do anything. I couldn't even, it was hard for me to get up and get some water to drink. I was so sick. So I was like, okay, if I am that sick and I can't even get up, well, then I am going to lay there and I am going to sleep because that was all I could do. Hours passed by and I was still in bed. I couldn't do anything. I was home alone. I couldn't eat, I couldn't drink. I would force myself to go get some water, and that was all I could do. Hours passed by, and it was almost the evening, like afternoon. I started to feel a little bit better, and I got up and had some broccoli, had some eggs, and I started to feel better. But what happened during that time? I couldn't drink coffee. And it was way past 24 hours, and I did have that headache along with my other sickness, other flu symptoms. I just, I was in bed, I was sleeping. Most of the time during that initial withdrawal stage, I was simply sleeping. So I didn't feel that effect as much, even though I was in pain. Because I was sleeping, I didn't feel it as much. And even if I did, I couldn't do anything about it. I couldn't go get coffee. I was feeling bad. I passed that initial coffee withdrawal stage in bed, battling with flu symptoms. I passed that stage and I thought to myself, okay, if I am sick and by chance I didn't drink coffee for more than 24 hours and I am past that headache stage, which was very hard for me, but that happened because I was sleeping. I thought to myself, okay, let's see what happens if I don't drink coffee or even tea for several days. Let's see if I can do it. Maybe it'll be good for me. I didn't drink coffee probably around 5 days, and after that, I was scared to go back to coffee because I thought I would get addicted again and I didn't want to go through that headache phase again. During that couple of days where I didn't drink coffee, I didn't feel my best. I still felt a little bit weird. I felt awkward. I felt like, I'm not fully myself, but I don't necessarily want to drink coffee. Because after you stop having any caffeine, your body doesn't adjust right that second after you have been drinking so much and often for multiple years. You can't adapt like in an instant. It takes a little bit of time. And during that little bit of time, like a couple of days, I felt awkward. I don't know how else to describe it. I felt just weird. Weird. Like I was feeling okay, all right, but I felt like something was missing and I still felt groggy and not fully waking up. So I didn't feel like I was fully alert and I was fully awake and energized. And that went on for a couple of days. But what happened after is it's good, it's delicious. After a while, I noticed something. I would wake up, and now instead of feeling groggy and feeling dependent on coffee, now I felt fully awake within 10 minutes of waking. I'm not even kidding. Within 10 minutes of waking up, within 10 minutes of hearing my alarm clock, I would just wake up and I am alert. I can function, my brain works after I wake up, and this is so unusual to me. I had forgotten how it felt to function without coffee in the morning. It feels so good. It feels absolutely amazing. I am telling you, it feels so good to be able to just wake up, just drink your water, and go through the day without needing to brew your coffee or without needing to, oh, I need my coffee or I won't function. And then you drink your coffee and you feel okay, you feel that hit of caffeine and you think that you are feeling good. You're not actually feeling good. This is like coffee is an external something that you are taking to fool your body that you are alert, basically. And you don't even notice that you have the capability of actually waking up and function in the world without coffee. You have fooled yourself if you are addicted to coffee like I was until very recently. I'm not saying this to be mean or to hurt your feelings, but this is what I have realized very recently, that I was fooling myself, thinking that coffee was good for me. It woke me up. It didn't wake me up. It caused me to feel groggy after I wake up every single day. After I stopped drinking, I felt much better when I wake up. Instantly, I was instantly feeling alert without coffee. I was instantly feeling ready for the day without any caffeinated drink. So I feel much better without having to depend on coffee in the morning now. I still like coffee. Don't get me wrong. I still drink coffee. I still eat chocolate. I still drink tea. Like, I am not abstaining from all caffeine, but I broke that habit and I broke that addiction part of it. Some days I don't drink coffee and it doesn't bother me anymore. I totally forget about drinking coffee and go along with my day without feeling all those symptoms, without feeling like I have to drink coffee. And that was how I was before. And I realized that it actually saves you time. I feel much better without having to feel like I depend on it. I feel more free. I feel much more free. I have more time in the morning because I don't spend my time preparing coffee, having coffee, and I can't drink coffee hot. Like, it's me. I just need to wait for it to cool down a little bit. And it was all stealing my time now that I realize. And feeling like I can go without it makes me feel more liberated. It's just some beverage. I don't want to feel dependent on a beverage. I want to feel like free. And now I do. Give yourself a couple of days without coffee. Give yourself a week, and you will understand what I am trying to tell you. You will go through those stages and you will understand what it is like to not depend on it. You will understand how it feels to be free, how it feels to be able to wake up the minute your alarm clock goes off. You will understand me much better. As I said, I still enjoy my coffee, like those simple pleasures. I'm not trying to take them away from you because I myself still enjoy coffee, tea, chocolate, and stuff like that. In moderation, I guess. I have found some ways to not get fully addicted again. I don't drink every day now. That is one tip that I can give you. After you are past that withdrawal stage, after you have been without caffeine for like a week or 2 weeks, you shouldn't go back to drinking coffee every day or drinking tea every day. That doesn't help. That will just make the addiction come back. So, what you can do, and what I personally do, is if I drink coffee for 3 consecutive days, then I stop for a day or two, or maybe even longer if you can do that. If you drink coffee for 3 days straight, then stop coffee for 2 days. Then drink coffee again, but not 2, 3 cups a day, like 1 cup a day, like normal amounts. And really enjoy it. Really enjoy that cup of coffee, preferably around noon. Really enjoy that and try to savor it. Don't drink coffee like water like I used to do, because savoring it and being present in that moment while you are drinking coffee will actually help you to go longer without coffee. And don't drink it the first thing in the morning. I think this is the biggest problem when it comes to caffeine addiction. You start to think you can't wake up without drinking coffee. It is false, but it's a habit and it's a very hard habit to break. So don't go into that habit again. So after you wake up, drink a glass of water and wash your face and do things like that. Don't drink coffee as soon as you wake up. because it will feel like you depend on it to wake up, and you don't want that. So after you get past that withdrawal stage, make some changes in how you drink coffee or tea. Make some changes to how you consume caffeine. For example, don't drink it every day. Give yourself a couple of days in between for your body to adjust and for your body to know what it is like without caffeine. If you consume it every single day, your body adapts to that, and living another way, going without coffee, will feel impossible to your body after a while. Don't drink it every day. Pause and have some days where you don't drink coffee. Second, don't drink it the first thing in the morning. Drink it around noon, preferably after you have eaten, and drink 1 cup of coffee, not 2, not 3, not, I don't know, 4. And don't substitute coffee with tea, because you can think like I was thinking, oh, it's tea, it's not coffee, it's much softer, so I can drink 6 cups of tea. That doesn't work like that. You are still having a lot of caffeine intake. So avoid that, please. When it comes to the emotional and mental side of things, having a ritual is really good in the morning. When you wake up, have a ritual that doesn't include coffee. Maybe it's drinking a glass of water. Maybe it is drinking a smoothie if you are into that. Like, I don't know. Maybe it's going on a 10-minute walk. Maybe it is just washing your face and brushing your hair. Small things like that. Maybe it's little stretching in the morning. Break that habit and put other small habits or other small rituals in the morning instead of coffee. I hope this video was helpful to you, and I hope that if you are feeling dependent on coffee or tea or anything like that, I hope that these tips will be helpful to you. It was really helpful to me. I lived it. It was hard being addicted, and now I feel much more free. Now I feel much better. I can wake up in the morning without having to consume anything. So I hope it was useful. I hope that you will try it and find out for yourself. Let me know in the comments what you think about the subject. How often do you drink coffee? What is your opinion? Thank you so much for watching and listening, and I'll see you in the next video.